Buenos dias, bienvenidos. Welcome back to Upper's Kitchen on the road here in Querétaro. So, this little Hospital de Ropa, clothing hospital. Actually, I'm going to walk this way today. So I brought 2 pair of pants with me that I want to use for travel. Oh, my hair today. The ones that I'm wearing, I can't show you. And then I have a pair of linen pants, linen cotton pants. The problem is I'm old and I lose things. Don't even get me started. So the pockets don't have any kind of closure, the back pocket. And I'm just always afraid of my wallet falling out because it has. So anyway, I brought these pants with me thinking maybe I can find a tailor to just, I had 2 pair that I had and brought with me to Tokyo. I'll go this way. That I had snaps put in. So I have another pair of linen pants and then the ones I'm wearing. So anyway, yesterday I came back to my Airbnb, turned the corner. There's a place on the main street that's like sewing machines. So I thought, oh, maybe they could do it. I couldn't tell if they were selling sewing machines or if it was a tailor. Anyway, I turned the corner and there's this little clothing hospital, Hospital de Ropa. So I went in and spoke to her. She didn't have any snaps, but she said if I come back today, she will. She's going to buy some snaps. So look at that, right next to my Airbnb. It's, it's what I love about countries outside of the U.S. People, it's just like you find people everywhere. You need your shoes repaired, there's a shoe repair guy. In Thailand, in Bangkok, you find them right on the street. All right, so today I'm walking to the historical center, going through this nice little neighborhood here. I wasn't sure about my location, when I first got here. It's hard, I go through the same thing every time I arrive in a new place. It's like, wait, do I want to stay here? Do I like this? Is this okay? But I'm used to it now. The Airbnb is okay. It's actually very nice. It's all new, all newly done, really nicely done. The problem is it's a little dark. Doesn't really have any, has windows in the back, but it doesn't really get any sun and it's cold. Hang on. But I'm used to it now. So I like it. I like the neighborhood. And yeah, just today I figured out that I can walk down one of these other streets. It's so quiet. So I'm going to the historical center. I'm going to look for some Bad Buddy t-shirts. It's always good to have a project when you travel, viewer. Remember that tip from Alpa's Kitchen. So I was asking my AI bots, ChatGPT and Gemini. I use both of them now. Gemini, oh my God, last night Gemini sent me on a wild goose chase. I asked for some restaurant recommendations. I gave my address. So it gave me 3 places nearby. And one of them was Korean barbecue. And I thought, oh, that would be good. Because I love Korean barbecue. And you get vegetables and there's good probiotics, kimchi and all that. Some nice grilled meat. It was in a shopping center. I also asked if there was a Zara nearby. Yeah, there's a Zara in the shopping center. I said, oh, is that the same shopping center as the Korean barbecue? Gave me some weird answer. I was like, what is wrong with you? It was really glitching. So anyway, I went to the shopping center a little walk, like 15-minute walk from here. It was nice. It was really interesting to see. There was no Zara. There was no Korean barbecue. Told me that Korean barbecue changed its name, gave me another name. I looked at the directory. No, that didn't exist either. Finally, I was like, what the fuck? It said, sorry. So, told me where Zara and the Korean barbecue place were. So maybe I'll have Korean barbecue tonight. I have to take an Uber. I don't think I need Zara though. I was going to go to Zara to see if I could find some sort of a sweatshirt or something. Let me tell you what I did yesterday. I caused an accident. I was walking back after lunch. I don't understand the traffic rules here. So I was crossing the street. Somebody was turning. I was already in the street. They didn't stop. And I stopped. I was in the middle of the street at that point. What am I supposed to do? So then finally he stopped. And then, so I crossed the street and then I heard a crash. And I looked, a motorcycle had rammed into the back of him. Well, the motorcycle driver obviously wasn't paying attention because the guy had already stopped. Oh my God. I just kept walking. I was waiting for somebody to say, hey, you just caused an accident. I hope the guy was okay. Mamma mia, what do we say here? Dios mío. Ay caramba. All right, I'm coming up on the main street. I will talk to you again once I get into some quieter streets, but I'll show you a little bit of the activity. So there was a guy dancing in the crosswalk yesterday. People, you know, they do whatever they can to make some money around here. So he had this really funny setup. I don't know if he's going to be there today, but I'll show you him and I'll show you some of the shops along the way until I get to some quieter streets. All right, see you on the other side. Here today. This is where he was. He had these two dummies that kind of looked like him. He had really curly hair and they both had curly hair. So he was standing here in this crosswalk dancing, and the way that it was set up, they were imitating his movements. It was really funny. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I saw him next to me with the basketball, the tire, and the machetes. I was like, what is he going to sell, machetes? No, he's going to stand on a tire and spin a basketball on something in his mouth while juggling machetes. You just gotta love the ingenuity of people trying to make a buck, or trying to make a peso. So I'm just walking along the outside of the Alameda here. It's a really pretty park. I walked past last night, it was closed, so I guess they probably closed. They're open 6. It's open during the day. But this street, whatever I'm on here, goes directly to the center of Querétaro. It's pretty quiet. Even though there's a lot of traffic here, the cars are not noisy. There's no honking or anything like that. So you can see straight ahead the church. I forget what it's called. It's I forget. So I think that's the main cathedral. And then kind of tourist area right there. Vendors selling souvenirs and all that. So the crosswalk, I think we're going to see up here, the crosswalk. In the center, the tourist area, it's different from the regular crosswalk. On the regular crosswalk, it's actually a guy running, which I haven't seen before either. But this is this little doll. It's called Lele. The indigenous people here in Querétaro are the Otomi. Otomi are the ones that do the beautiful embroidery of like flowers and birds and animals. I bought one in Puerto Vallarta last year. But here you can see the Lele doll. Which is something that women just made from scraps, and then it became popular, and now it's the symbol of Querétaro. When it's when it's green, her feet move, but when it's red, she's just standing there. It's totally adorable. Alright, so this is more the center now. Just lots of shops. There's a lot going on here. Restaurants. Pizza. Clothing. So we'll see if we can find any Bad Bunny t-shirts. The name of that shop is Mala Yerba. Mala is bad, Yerba is herb, and they had like little marijuana plant symbols on the whatever the things are that you hold the. I've lost all my words. So I was looking at wallets, and the wallets were in these like metal racks. And they had little marijuana plants. This is where I caused the accident. So anyway, now I know why, Mala Yerba. And the brand of the wallet that I got, I just got a travel wallet. It's Cuidado con el perro. Be careful with the dog. Anyway, I got a travel wallet, really cheap. It has a little change purse in it. I always wanted like a separate wallet for when I travel, just so that I don't have all of my credit cards and my ID and everything with me, because I lose things. Alright, anyway. So lots of clothing shops here. I'm sure to find. I went in there to look for Bad Bunny t-shirts. I'm sure to find something here. There's a street, supposedly according to my AI bots, which have been wrong more than they've been right on this trip. But there's a street up here. It's a pedestrian street where they sell a lot of reggaeton t-shirts. So he is the most popular artist in the world right now. They should have something. Alright, so this is the main square. I forget what the name is. Darth Vader. Pizza. And I think this is the street that I want here, which I thought was pedestrian. No, this isn't it. Antigua Calle del Serafín. Well, you can see this is the old section of the city now. And this is the church. here above us. They have all these really nice porticos, really pretty. So here's a pedestrian street here. Andador Libertad. Oh, there's the church. Let me show you. I didn't really see an entrance. I wanted to go inside. Really pretty square here. Grand Hotel, Querétaro. I love the colors of these buildings. This ochre, I can't remember the name. And the red and the oranges and pink. It's beautiful here. There's Lele, the little doll. I'm gonna see if I can find one on the street, buy from an actual woman that makes them, rather than buying one of these mass-produced ones. I think I need to have a cup of coffee too, or something. And then look for lunch. I don't really think this is the kind of street where I'm going to find reggaeton t-shirts. I would think, because this is geared towards tourists, I would think more like a commercial shopping street. So I think my bots were wrong again. I think this is Plaza de Armas up here. So yesterday when I was walking and getting lost, I passed a woman sitting on the sidewalk who had a bunch of little things that she was selling and little embroideries and things. I'm going to go check her out, see if she's still there, and see if she has any of these dolls. I'd like to buy one for Amy, my granddaughter. There's a little artisan shop. So this is Plaza de Armas. This is where I had lunch yesterday. Don't talk to these people, they want money. Probably for a good cause, but you never know. Alright, well that's a possibility for lunch. They don't start serving lunch until 1. Oh, what's happening here? Looks like a wedding.
externos pueden incorporarse en un protocolo de duda y en el el segundo taller va a
So I'm here at Mas Cafe on the Plaza de Armas. The little show is finished. Nice. I asked them what was going on because they were sitting outside here watching. He said it was just a group of university students, and it was a women's group. I forget the exact words. And it was just a presentation. Nice. Yeah, the thing about Latin America, it's just like music everywhere. People dancing and just enjoying life. So, you know, they might not have a lot of money, but it's just such a rich culture. This coffee's really good. So this is Café Europeo, European coffee. I asked him what it was. He said it's just a little stronger. It's kind of like a, it's not cappuccino because it's not thick milk or a latte. It's just the right amount of milk. Got to really put his design on top, and really nice, rich coffee. Lovely. It's just such a sweet place. I don't see any tourists. It's all locals just enjoying. Some university students out singing. So the song they were singing before, I tried to film it from the coffee shop, Cielito Lindo. You might know it, the Frito Bandido song. It's so terrible that they took this beautiful piece of music and made it the theme song for Fritos, but it's called Cielito Lindo. Cielito is a little sky. Lindo is beautiful. It's a beautiful little sky. And the chorus that repeats, Canta no llores. It's sing, don't cry, because singing makes you happy. That's the spirit of Mexico. So I'm going to show you this church. I don't know if it's the main cathedral or not, but you just see the dome here. It's really pretty up there. And I'm going to walk this way. There's one of these little tuk-tuk things. I could take a tour. I wonder how much it is. This is the street that I was on yesterday, where I saw the woman selling little lele things. There's lele over there. And now I've learned, there's another pretty church there, look at that. The colors of the Mexican flag on top. Now I've learned I'm not going to walk out to the street and expect anybody to stop. So there's lele. So here's a little tour thing. Alright, so I just arranged for a little tour in that little Jeep thing for 1 o'clock. 250 pesos. I don't know, there are 3 different routes. I don't know where we're going to go. I don't care. I just want to see. I forgot there's this big aqueduct, which I have not seen. He's a really cool guy. He spoke English and Spanish. I started in Spanish. I don't know why he decided to change to English. But anyway, so I arranged for 1 o'clock. It might be me, just me. It might be me and other people. I don't really care. But, you know, I'll get to see a little bit without just walking around. So, let me show you. So that's Plaza de Armas down there. Just this really beautiful little, lots of benches, lots of places to sit. So now, oh, and I was checking the restaurant that I tried to go to yesterday, Maria y Subisi. They don't open until 1, so I think I was at the right place. They just were not open yet. Was it after 1? I don't remember. But anyway, I used that as my point on the map to find this woman who was sitting on the street yesterday selling stuff. So yeah, I recognize her. She is right there. This is where I was yesterday. I came up from this side street here. So now, 1 o'clock. So now I either have to find a little quick bite to eat, or maybe something to drink and a place to rest. Okay, they do stop. This textile shop too. I think I'll go in there, see what they have. Let's see what she's selling. So I'm going to have to buy something because I am going to stop and talk to her. Hola. Quiero comprar algo. Este es para tortillas.
Sí.
¿Y las muñecas?
Sí, muñeca.
¿Cuánto cuestan estos?
100 cada una, 100 corazón, 100 cabeza.
¿Cómo?
100,
100.
sí,
100 pesos. Solo es cabeza.
sí, cabeza. Ese corazón, mira.
Ah, corazón.
Sí,
Ok, quiero esto.
sí.
Esta. I asked her how much the doll was. She said 100 for the head, cabeza. I didn't realize it was just a head, it's not a doll. And then she had little hearts that she was selling. I don't know that she made them herself though. So she had those little pockets for tortillas. Little tortilla warmer things. They all looked machine made, mass produced, but anyway, this poor old woman has to sit on the street all day trying to make some money. This pretty hotel, Hotel Creole. So this is the church that I saw before. It has the colors of the Mexican flag on the dome. And I forget what it's called, Santuario de Guadalupe or something like that. So I think it's probably dedicated to the Virgin of Guadalupe. Let's go check it out. I haven't been to church yet. That. It's another church. It says there was entrada y salida. What is this? Here, University of Querétaro. School of Philosophy. Oh, interesting. So it's written in some indigenous language. It's pretty. So I think this is actually a university. Okay, so that was the University of Querétaro Philosophy School. This is the Temple Santiago and Jesuit colleges. Let's check it out. Latin American Jesus is so bloody. That was really pretty. Oh, there's that driver. I'm free. You're free? Yeah.
Today the cathedral is San Felipe Ney. And all this building was the Jesuit College, 19th century, College of the States, and 20th century, University of Querétaro. Today is only the School of Philosophy.
Okay.
16 churches. 16 churches in downtown. 17th century church. Baroque style in front. In this area was founded Querétaro, July 25, 1531. We have 494 years old. Pork, meat pork, fried in tacos and in tortas. Delicious restaurant, Querétaro Rico. Lunch, breakfast and lunch. And in afternoon, traditional is antojitos mexicanos. Santa Cruz Convent. You must visit in later, like museum. The entry is for this area. 20 pesos per person. With an amphitryon, he showed part of convent in 30 minutes. You see many things, many bedrooms all time, and the bedroom of Maximiliano de Habsburgo from Austria. He was sent for Napoleon III with French army. He stayed in Mexico for 3 years, but in this convent, he take the convent like headquarters for 72 days. And you see inside a singular tree. This tree have cruise. Only one in all world. And every month of September, thousands and thousands of people come and dancing like this. And the convent today is a seminary. New Franciscanos friars studying here. Some volunteers don't like a praise. No.
And it's open now?
Yes. The School of Philosophy and Theology for friars and everybody. This area was the farm of the convent of Santa Cruz. We go down the street and go to around the arch and back the convent. This area was brought in the last 70 years, 20th century. Not before in downtown. And we see again table. $28 tall. Long at 1 kilometer. And typical piñatas. In October, only piñatas of Skeletors and Catrinas for the dead day. And in December, all only piñatas, all stars. All piñatas stars for the Christmas party. Mirador. We start for the view of the arts.
So there's the aqueduct. Oh. So he told me to come over here and check out the souvenirs. They have some lele dolls. Lele means baby in Otomi. I guess this is my only option here. Oh, here.
Apenitas, ya ves.
She's busy. Oh, there's more. So this is a cemetery. And he said this is where they buried the middle class. The rich people were buried inside the church. And the middle class were buried here. And I guess if you were poor, you got buried in the backyard. I think these are the only dolls over here. I'm just going to buy one of these. Welcome to Querétaro. I paid more for just the head. He told me that the head was for to hang on the dashboard. I mean, to hang from your rearview mirror. So here's my little car that I'm driving around in. This cute driver.
All these spices is technique, Cerdo technique. This ceramic is from Dolores Hidalgo, Guanajuato. San Miguel de Allende and north near is Dolores Hidalgo. We done tours to San Miguel, Dolores, many places in other cars. People say only drones inside. And each drink, free food, delicious food, snacks, we call it botanas. And in T-bar, you see a big glass cup with mezcal. In Oaxaca, each bottle with mezcal, people put a warm. You sell your taco, you may sell your taco.
That was really fun. I couldn't understand most of what he was saying, but I did get a little history and a really great tour. So I'm glad we got to see the aqueduct because I never would have figured out how to find it on my own. Really funny story about the aqueduct. I don't know, somebody was interested in this woman and he said, I'll give you anything you want. And she said, I really like water. And he said, what will you give me? And she said, you can spend your nights in my bedroom. So he built the aqueduct, brought water to the city, and then she said, okay, great. Now we can go to my bedroom and pray. I don't know. I have to find out if this story is real and if I'm getting it right. But we passed the restaurant here, Zanduga. We passed Maria Isubisi, Maria and her bicycle. It's back there. They were just opening up. Let me show you this. This is where the water from the aqueduct came, and then people would come here and take water. It's not real water now. It's just, for example. So Maria and her bicycle, they were just opening up. It was next to the place that I was looking at. So they are open. They open at 1. Anyway, I'm going to this place called Zanduga. He said it was really good, but then every restaurant that we passed, he said was good. So this street, Cinco de Mayo, is where all the restaurants are. I'm going to go up here, Zanduga. try this. And then I'm going to go check out the convent, and I'll talk about the convent. And then I'm going to go get some ice cream. So hang on, viewer, this might be a long video. There's a lot happening here today. I crossed over to the shady side of the street. So there's Zanduga. And then just right up there is the convent. So I'll go check out the convent. Celebra el Día de Amor y Amistad. I think that's for Valentine's Day. And I thought they had like a menu del día. Oh yeah, they do. Menu del día. You got a soup, salad, pollo mayra, cerdo and tamarindo. That sounds interesting. Pork and tamarind. Tan pequeño de res. Okay, let's check it out after one. They actually told me people don't blow their horns here, so that was really interesting. So 130 pesos for lunch. Oh, ahí, ¿puedo? It's super pretty here. It's really nice outdoor spot. I'm just looking at the drinks, so they have really interesting juices, and then the typical agua frescas, horchata, jamaica. But I was looking at this one, quema grasa, burnt fat. There's grapefruit, orange, pineapple, and celery. Sounds good. I might get that. So they had the menu of the day on the board up front, but it's not on the menu here. So, but I think I want to get that. I'm going to go take a photo of it. Gracias. Gracias. All right, so I settled on the menu of the day, Jamaica. And a tortilla soup. And pork and tamarind. This looks good. I was going to get a salad, but the dressings were ranch or honey mustard. I wanted neither. So I got tortilla soup instead. Pretty good deal. 130 pesos for starter, main, dessert, and a drink. These are Mexican prices, not tourist prices. I haven't seen a whole lot of English here, which is great. So my driver was quite a character. He said his boss, today was his day off, but his boss was sick. So she asked him to drive. And originally we had planned for 1 o'clock. I was going to meet him where I first ran into him. As I was leaving that Jesuit church, he was driving by. He said, "I'm ready now." I said, "Great." I had the whole tour to myself. 250 pesos. Sorry. Which is about $15. I gave him 50 pesos tip. Alright, so here's the tamarind pork. We got some vegetables, look at that. And some salsa. He said he was going to bring tortillas, but the told him I don't eat tortillas. Let's try it. Okay, it's good. It's not as sour as I was expecting, because tamarind can be really sour. But, you know what's really good is the salsa. Looks like he's going to bring me. He said he was going to bring me tortillas. Good. What I like about it is it's not heavy. Like a lot of Mexican food, you know, enchiladas and tacos and all that can be really heavy. The pork is really nicely cooked. And just a light sauce and vegetables. Here's my dessert. Nice. I was kind of hoping for some flan, but it's a nice little dessert, and now I don't feel guilty getting ice cream. Alright, well that was a nice little spot and a nice little lunch. Not super filling, which is good. Yeah, I find Mexican food sometimes can be really heavy. All that corn and tortillas and all that stuff. A lot of traffic here. So I'm gonna walk over to the convent and then go get some ice cream, and I'll end the video. But let me tell you what I learned while I was sitting there. So I asked ChatGPT about the story of the aqueduct, and just to make sure we got it right, I said, what's the story about the guy who built the aqueduct for a woman? All right, so I had a hard time hearing my driver for several reasons. One, because I can't hear, but also he was facing forward and his accent was kind of thick. So the story that I learned was a little bit different from what he told me, but it's a legend. It's not based in fact. Well, it is based in fact, but it's not true. It's a story that people like to tell. And interestingly, ChatGPT said often stories about, it's like urban engineering projects, I don't know what you call them, are often tied to these legends to make them more humanitarian or something. I don't really know. It was very interesting to read, but I don't remember what I read. But anyway, the story is, it was a Marquis Villarevilla or something, who had romantic aspirations for a nun. She lived in the convent. So that's the story. And she encouraged him to build this aqueduct to bring water to Querétaro. And at first I thought it was just for the convent, and ChatGPT said no. To convents, but also hospitals, because convents were also hospitals. Public fountains. And then for rich people who had water rights. So now it makes sense. So the story that my driver told me was that he was in love with this woman, and he said, you know, what can I do? And she said, build an aqueduct, bring water. I love water. She said, I love water. And then she said, you can spend every night in my bedroom. And after he built the aqueduct, she said, you can spend every night in my bedroom praying. Isn't that a funny story? It's really pretty here. So I'm walking up to the convent. The convent must be huge. We drove past this place, Haga Su Taco, so you can make your own tacos. I don't know how that works. All right, here's the convent. I think there's a funeral or something today. I don't know why there would be a funeral at a convent. We passed this earlier. And I don't know, he explained something about this. There's one day where everybody comes here. Stumbling. Oh, it is a funeral. There's a casket there. Alright, let's check this place out. You can smell the incense. Oh, this is a little chapel.
Sí, lo seguimos.
It's pretty. And then the aqueduct, the view to the aqueduct is just right down this street. So if you come to Querétaro and you want to know how to view the aqueduct, just come to the convent, walk the street, and you get to that viewpoint. It's really pretty here. It's really a celebration. I want them to play Bad Bunny at my funeral. So then it looks like here later in the day, we have all these little food vendors. This seems to me like it's the main plaza. So this really seems like this is where things happen. It's kind of far for me to walk, so I don't know if I'll ever make it up here in the evening, but maybe one day, instead of going out early in the day, I'll just come out later and explore at night. All right, so I'm going to see if I can find this ice cream shop, get a little ice cream, and then go take my siesta. Ooh, so I'm walking down from the convent. The road splits here. I'm taking the street on the left. I think I came this way yesterday to Plaza de Armas. And then the ice cream shop is on the other side, on the sunny side of the street. He told me they had some special flavor from Querétaro, but I didn't hear what he said. So check it out. It's really warm. Oh, here's this church. But it's so pleasant walking in the shade. It's a really nice breeze. And I guess it's because of the altitude. It's actually really cool in the shade. And then you walk in the sun and it's really warm. So just this extreme temperature difference. Is it because the air is so thin that it doesn't hold the heat? I don't know. Google it, viewer. Because I could definitely ask ChatGPT, but then I won't remember the answer. Yeah, it's really hot over here. Oh my God, what a difference. I think this is it right up here. I don't know. It's a coffee shop. Anyway, it's up here somewhere. Hola. I'm gonna find a nice, a pozoleria. Pozole. I'm gonna find a nice shady spot. Maybe in front of this pozoleria because it's really pretty. Oh, I know where I am. I walked right past there yesterday. Anyway, this is Mantecado. I asked him for a recommendation. He didn't hesitate. So this might be what my driver was talking about. It's vanilla with nuts and raisins, and I don't know why it's yellow. I asked if there was rum in it. He said no. There's a little cinnamon. It's good. It's a little icy as opposed to milky. All right, viewer, we're going to end it here in front of this pozoleria. Plaza de Armas is right up there. We're definitely going to come back one day, get some pozole. And this seems to be, I know, Cinco de Mayo seems to be the street with all the restaurants. So lots of places to eat here. So stay tuned for more adventures. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Hasta la vista, baby.